Okay, cool. All right, so here we go. Today we're going to talk about the minutes to make sure you guys can see my screen. You guys got it? You got my screen? Yep, beautiful. Okay, we're going to talk about the 8 magical keys to creating a 7-figure e-com store. Now, guys, I know for a fact that this works. One, because this is the formula that I followed to build up my store to 7 figures in sales. Plus, in the past year, there's been 4 members of my mastermind group who've sold their stores successfully based on this formula. So this, without a doubt, is what you want, right? And I think it's important to have this in mind and going forward. So you're not just thinking of, yes, I understand you guys got to launch products quickly and fast, to find a winning product to make money and make sales and bring in cash flow. That's fine and dandy, and I actually think that's important too. But the thing is, at the same time, you don't want to just do that in a vacuum. You want to be doing it in a way that you're working towards a plan, right? So you're not just about making money today. You're making a sustainable business that will grow. Who's interested in that? Who's interested in a sustainable business that's going to grow and not just be about cash in today? Because if you're just interested in cash in today, you can go ahead and leave this webinar. This is not for you. Yes, awesome, beautiful. Okay, let's dig into it. Okay, so this is a picture of a baseball team from the 1860s. Okay, team in Brooklyn. All right, this picture is really fascinating because this has a lot to do with my success in ecom and a lot to do with the success of many of my students in ecom as well. And in a moment, I'm going to demonstrate to you how these baseball players can help you become an ecom wizard. In the meantime, I just want to tell you just a little bit about myself. I'm living in Japan. I have for the past 20 years, even though I'm an American. This is the Gold Pavilion, one of my favorite cool places to visit in Japan. These walls are actually, it's in Kyoto, it's actually made of gold. If you ever get out to Japan, you definitely want to check this out. Here's a picture of me eating one of my favorite foods in Japan. It's called shabu shabu. Have you guys ever had shabu shabu? No, if you've been on the webinar with me, last few webinars, you've seen me talk about this before, but I mean, this is awesome food. Who's ever had shabu shabu? All right. What shabu shabu is this is a hot pot here, right? And see this meat? This meat is very thinly sliced. I mean, it's sliced so thin you can almost see through it, even though it's high quality meat, both pork and beef. But what you do is you dip it in this hot pot, and you can literally dip in there for 15 seconds, and it's ready to eat. It's awesome. It's so tasty. It's incredible. So if you ever get a chance to go to shabu shabu, I know shabu shabu is not the most popular dish for Japanese food outside of Japan, but if you ever get to find one of those places, I suggest you go try it. It's great. Oh, someone has had shabu shabu. Nice. Okay, next. Living in Japan, you can actually still, in this day and age, see geisha walking down the street. And actually, technically, she's not a geisha. She's a maiko, which is an apprentice geisha. But anyway, if you're in certain areas in Japan, you can actually still see them going to work in the tea shops and entertainment areas. Okay. It's a really cool photo of me. What's cool about this is not a replica samurai sword. This is an actual real deal, full-on samurai sword. It's the first time that I've ever actually got the touch one. You pay like $10 for the, you get to hold it for like 10 minutes and you take photos with it. And guys, what really amazed me about the whole thing was that when I picked it up, it was heavy. I mean, it was so heavy. I almost fell over because I touched some of the replica ones and I wasn't I was just blown away and shocked by how heavy it was. So I wasn't prepared for that, and it was heavy. And so this thing, I always wondered how these guys had to have incredible upper body strength. They had to be like athlete level strength to be able to carry this and fight in battle. So just a really interesting thing about Japan. Who's ever touched a real samurai sword, not a fake replica? James, I think you said you'd never have done so, right? Even though all these years in Japan.
What's that, buddy? Played with a real samurai sword?
Yeah, the real one.
Yeah, I've played with the real one, plus the armor and all that stuff the guys used to put on. It's ridiculously heavy, and that's the strength required. I don't know how they climbed on the horses then in all that gear and carrying.
It's amazing, eh?
Yeah, it is.
Cool. All right, so I started my online business back in 2009, and for the first 2 years, I lost money. I went through basically all my entire savings. I was down to $2,000. Okay, I had came from a very successful corporate background. I was successful in sales and headhunting, and I was making decent money. We're talking like $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year. My best year was 300,000, a little over 300,000. So anyway, I'd broken through all that savings because I was still living a decent lifestyle in Tokyo, which is not a cheap place to live. It's one of the most expensive cities in the world. And I was investing my savings into my business, and it just was not going anywhere. I was quite arrogant. I thought I could learn on my own. I didn't really reach out for much help. I was going on to YouTube, doing what a lot of people are doing right now, searching out videos. I wasn't investing in mentorship and training, which was a big mistake. And so I reached a point where my dad was actually advising me to go back and get a job. I had about $2,000 in my bank account, which is barely enough to survive a month in Tokyo. Now, if I'd cut my expenses and I was, being very careful in my money, I probably could have gotten by with one more month in Tokyo on $2,000. I certainly didn't have enough money to invest in my business, nor did I have enough money to invest in coaching and training, which I realized at that point that I needed. My father was advising me to go get a job. He said you were successful in sales and stuff, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I enjoyed sales and headhunting and all that stuff I was doing in the past, but the reality is that's basically based on my effort. You can't systemize it, and it's very hard to scale, right? You have to be going in early morning, working late at night. All the time, hitting the phones. And yes, I made good money compared to the average person and doing that job. It was really hard to get rich doing that kind of business, right? So I didn't want to do that, and I didn't know what to do. And then my father said, well, you know what? I'm not going to loan you any money, because I asked him for a loan. And he said, I'm not going to loan you any money because you got to take self-responsibility for your life and your own business and what you're doing. But there is the life insurance policy on me, right? When he passes away, I'm going to get a life insurance policy. You can borrow money from that. If you borrow more money and the thing expires, you're going to lose that life insurance policy. But they're going to charge you an interest fee, and it's up to you if you want to take that responsibility or not. So against my dad's wishes, I went ahead and borrowed $20,000 from the Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Policy Fund. I figured it was enough money for me to live for a couple months in Tokyo, even if I just live cheaply, invest in my business, so I had some money to run the business. And I also spent $6,000 on a private coach, and this was the time that made all the difference. In fact, if I look back over the 2 years before, if I had invested that $6,000 or $7,000 in training and coaching in advance, I would have saved myself 2 years of struggle. All the money I lost, the time I lost, the frustration, and also the sales I missed out on. So making this investment in private coaching was the best decision I ever made. And it's funny, 2 months after making that investment, I had my first profitable month. I was almost in tears. I remember I just made a few grand in profit. It was nothing outrageous, but I was actually profitable, and I could feel I was heading in the right direction. And by the way, I've been profitable ever since. Have I had ups and down months? So has every single guru out there. And any guru who says they haven't is lying to you. I've had ups and downs, of course. No business is always cranking, and to expect it to be that way is not true. It's not reality. But I have been profitable as a business every single year since I made this investment. So the coaching and training made all the difference in my life, and I was able to pay back the 20,000 plus the interest to Northwest Mutual. I have been running a successful business since 2011. What did I learn from this experience? I learned two things. It's important to take training and coaching from people who have been there before, and to surround yourself with people who want to do the same thing. One thing that really helped me was when I signed up for that training and coaching. Actually, I just didn't take the training course. I actually paid for coaching. I figured, fuck it. At this point, I'm in desperation where I'm going to go for the coaching as well. I'm just going to invest. I'm going to go all in, right? It's funny. I went from the stage like, I can learn on my own to like, forget it. I'm going to go all in. And I went beyond the course mode. I went in for the training, the coaching, the private coaching level, right? And I joined that mastermind group that came with the course, and it was amazing. Some of the people I met in that group are now my best friends, and then we work together and we communicate together. So it was getting the coaching and training was awesome, but surrounding myself by highly motivated people. And it's much different, guys, to be in a small group of motivated people than to be in a massive group of 60,000, 50,000 people, a lot of whom don't know what they're doing, right? And a lot of them are newbies, right? When you join a paid mastermind group, you surround yourself with the right-minded people, and it made all the difference. And then I also learned that action takers are rewarded. When I decided to take action towards that mastermind, that training course, I was profitable 2 months later. So because I took that action, it made all the difference. All right. Since then, I've gone on to be successful. This is me speaking in internet marketing. This is not specific for ecom, although I'm speaking about ecom at this particular event. But this is at the No Excuses Summit, which is one of the biggest. I think next to traffic and conversions, it's the second biggest internet marketing event in the world. They have 600 people every single time. Every single time. They have about 600 seats in Vegas, and they sell out every time. I was blessed and honored to be invited to speak at that event, which I did 2014. I've also spoken at other events like the I Am Summer Camp in Montreal. As you can see, some of the biggest names in our industry, Ever Syopson, Tanner Larson, Don Wilson, James Brown, who's also on this webinar right here with us today. I got to be on stage with them, which is an amazing feeling. There's a bonus for you guys who stay on to the webinar till the very end. Who would like to know a product type, right, that is selling right now for myself and several of my students in my mastermind group, and it sells in all niches, and it's currently selling today? In fact, today this is the #1 best-selling product on my store, this product type. Who would like to know a product they can go out and they can put their own design on it and start making sales on it today? Who's interested in that? Yes, please. Beautiful. Okay, well, you stay on to the very end, guys. This is the second to last slide of this presentation. Okay, the second to last slide. Okay, you will find out what that product is. Cool? So this is a reward and a bonus for you staying on to the very, very end. All right, beautiful. So why should you be listening to me? Okay, why should you be listening to me? You know, it's fine and dandy that I've been in ecom since 2012. I started ecom, by the way, as my exclusive business in 2012. And prior to that, I was doing other things internet marketing relating. But what I learned from that coach and trainer made all the difference in success for ecom as well. And I've sold millions of dollars, which is fine. Woohoo! But what really matters is what I can do for you. That's the honest truth. There are a lot of big sellers out there who can't coach and train at all. It's true. And why? Because they just don't have that skill set. Teaching is a different skill set. And I've been teaching for years. When I first got out of university, I spent 3 years teaching English in Japan, and I loved it. I absolutely love that gig. If I could make some decent money teaching English, it was okay. But I mean, if I can make some good money teaching English, I'd still be doing it now today, right? But since after I became an successful ecom seller, I decided to become a teacher, trainer, coach myself, and I'm good at it. I've had a lot of students have success. For example, this guy right here, he'd been in ecom since 2016. His name is Stefan. He joined my mastermind course group, and he had his best month shortly after joining, 36,000. His best month since October 2016. This person, Matthew Chen. He successfully built up a brand new brand from scratch. He's one of the 4 people who sold his brand. He's since moved on. Now he owns a photography business. Guys, I didn't realize how much money you have to invest in to open up a brick and mortar photography business, but you need a major capital investment because all the equipment to be a professional photographer, and he really wanted to do it. That was his dream. And now he's took the money from his ecom business, and he's doing that right now. Let me go ahead and read his quote here. Chris, thanks again for everything you've done for us. The big difference it made in our lives. This is, by the way, he's referring to himself and his wife. They're doing their business. They did the business together, and they're doing the photography business together. You helped us navigate this complex world of ecom, and following your advice became the pivotal moment when everything came together. We were able to live the laptop lifestyle to our heart's content. And then, as you know, we since sold the business to focus on other passions in our life. You've been more than just a coach, but a friend. Now, last but not least, before we dig into the meat of the presentation, I want to talk about this person. Okay, this person did $640,000, not in 1 year. A lot of stores are lucky if they do that in a year, but they did in 1 month. I need to point out that this is abnormal results, right? I mean, you can't expect to do this, but this does reflect what's possible. This does reflect what's possible. So who's excited? Who wants to know the 8 key magical steps to running a 7-figure business? Woohoo! Yep, awesome. All right, last but not least, guys, at the end of the night, I'm going to ask you to make a decision, okay? And that decision will make a difference in your life. And this is the power of decision. In October 22nd, I was a fat ass. And now look at me now, okay? I made one decision that I needed to make a change in my life. I needed to make a change, okay? And tonight, I'm going to ask you to make a decision that can make a big difference in your life, okay? So this shows the power of a decision. All right, now, one thing I want to point out, which is really interesting. People always ask with ecom, okay, well, what if I fail at ecom? What if I fail at this business? What if I do ecom and I'm not successful? Because some people won't be. That's the reality. Some people won't be. Well, it's interesting to point out, you know, when you become a master of ecom, right? You also become, especially if you're following my training, my what I teach, you're also becoming a master at Facebook ads. In fact, I have some people who have asked, who since gone on to open up a Facebook ads agency. They actually own an agency. They're running Facebook ads. They're using the exact teachings that I taught them with Facebook ads, right? And even if you don't run your own ads agency per se, right? Okay. Even if you don't run your Facebook ads agency, let's just say that you decide you want to get a job running Facebook ads. Here, I looked up on Google. I said the average salary of Facebook marketing specialist makes $88,000 a year. Not a bad salary. You're not getting rich, but you can definitely live comfortably. So there's your plan B. If what you learn from me in my course training and mastermind doesn't work for you, you can always go get a job running Facebook ads, and you're better than 99% of anyone who's doing that job. All right, and you can make a decent living at that. Beautiful. Okay, so what you're going to learn today are the 8 golden keys to creating a 7-figure business. Who's ready? Woo! All right, let's jump into it. Okay, step number 1. Okay, and this is something where a lot of people make a big mistake. Now, people are going to say, well, this is obvious. Well, it's not. It is not obvious at all. First of all, you want to choose a passion niche and that you are passionate about. So many people, it's unbelievable. They know this idea, but then they get stuck in this mindset that I should pick something that's profitable. And that is a huge error. Huge, huge, huge error. Guys, if you go after something that you think is just profitable, I can almost guarantee that you're going to fail. Now, I know a couple of people, some exceptions. I do know them, but 95 to 99% of people I know who've gone after profitable niches, and that's their mindset, have failed. Anyone can take a guess why they failed at that? Why is the approach, I'm going to go after a profitable niche, a path of failure? Why do you think that's a path for failure? Why do you think just picking something that you think is profitable is a path for failure? Well, the most important thing is, guys, if you're going after something that you think is profitable, right, you're going up against a lot of competition, okay, a boatload of competition. And don't get me wrong, nothing's wrong with competition. In fact, the fact that a niche is competitive, that's great. It means it's a big niche. But also, you're going against people who are in the niche and they live and breathe it. For example, let's just say you go after the beer niche because you think the beer niche is profitable. You're going up against me. And now I have a partner, by the way, who we're working together on my store, who is a very strong and knows the beer niche as well. You're going up against us. We're beer drinkers. We love that niche. We've been in this drinking beers and relating to beer people for years. We clearly know a lot more about the niche than you do. So you're just choosing a niche to say, oh, I'm going to go up and compete against all these other people that are masters of that niche, and I'm going to not know anything about the niche, and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to try to compete. It's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for burning your money and just lighting it on fire. The most important, most critical thing is you go after something that you're passionate about, guys. I have seen some small niches. I know there's a guy in our mastermind group right now who's making about $15,000 a month profit on a niche 1.5 million, and I'm actually blown away. When he told me this is what I was going to do, I was actually, what? Really? I've never even heard of that niche. He goes, man, I've been doing this as my hobby since I was 12. Tiny niche, but he knows it. He knows that niche, and he's making it work for him. And it's amazing. It's awesome. So yes, Capillo says they don't understand the industry, the customer mindset, the bottom line. They don't legitimately care about the business. Exactly. So the most number one critical thing is, one, it should be something that people are passionate about, but more importantly, that is something that you're passionate about. And let's talk about a huge mistake. It's huge mistake number 2. A general store. Guys, I could go on for hours and hours about this. In fact, I did a live stream about 2 months ago. It was 45 minutes long of listing up the reasons why a general store is a horrible idea. Okay, but I'm just going to talk about 3 things right now quickly. Number 1, your mailing list. It's all over the map, right? You may have something in the fishing niche. You may have something in the grandma niche. You may have something in the beer niche. So you've got a mailing list, which is important for making a lot of money in business, that's all over the place, right? It's not focused on one niche. 2, SEO. Google doesn't even know how to categorize your store, right? You want to get organic traffic, and the longer you're in this business, whether you're trying or not, Google will spider your store and they will rank you. And they can't rank your store if they don't know what niche you're in. Okay, so you get less and less, you're not getting traffic from Google. And by the way, you want SEO traffic, guys. Google's the best converting traffic you can have out there. Sorry, beyond your mailing list, right? But your mailing list, you can tire them out, right? But consistently, right, you can get great conversions from Google traffic because they're actually searching for something they're actually searching for something that you're selling. Okay, so general stores that make sense. And number 3, the most important thing is this: if you're selling stuff from all sorts of different niches, how can you possibly know each niche well? I mean, how can you consistently make products that are going to resonate with those different niches if you have 5, 6, 7 different, 8, 9, 10 different niches on your store? There's no way. So going after a general store is a big mistake. Okay, step number 2, and this also will show why you shouldn't go after a general store. You want to become what I call the market master. Now, in my course, I teach some homework assignments that you need to do, right, to have success. And the people who do it properly, they do it for days. It's like some people told me they'd spend a week on it. And by the way, it's funny, the people who spend a week on it are the ones who are making the money. They're the ones that are having success. There's a guy named Frank. He spent a week doing the market master and he's crushing it, making $4,000 or $5,000 a day in sales, $2,000 profit, because he became the market master. Okay. Now, at the very least, this is the basic homework assignments I'm going to give to you right now. Okay, this is the basic ones, guys. There's even more advanced stuff, but I'm just going to give you the basic ones right here. You need to go find out the top 5 competitors on Facebook that are your top 5 competitors. You need to go to their site. And guys, when I say go to their site, no, not just give a cursory quick look at the site. You should have looked at every single page on their website. Every single page. Their terms of service, their about us, the products they're selling, how they're laying out their buy button, how they're laying out I mean, you really need to know it. Okay. Go to their fan pages. Look at the last few months of posts. Figure out what kind of content posts resonate, what kind of stuff they sell. If you do this, your understanding of your niche is going to infinitely improve. Infinitely. And what's going to happen is you're going to set yourself up for success. Because you know your niche, you're going to be set to do the next step. Okay? By the way, I'm just out of curiosity. How many people on this webinar have done that kind of research to the level I'm talking about? How many have done it? How many have done research to that level? Doing it now. I'm starting now. Not couple, not that thoroughly. No. No. If you want to build a long-term brand, this is what you want to do. Next. And guys, step 2 is important to go to before you go to step 3. Because if you don't know your niche, you can't do step 3 properly. Product research, deep dive. You got to go beyond the obvious. Find or create unique products. The key word here being unique. The keyword being here unique. Unique slogans, unique product types. Okay. Well, here's the deal. If you don't know your market well, your niche well, it's impossible for you to come up with something unique because you don't know if it's unique. So you need, for example, if you're selling t-shirts, you need to know some of the maybe top 20, 30, 40, 50 t-shirts that have been selling in your niche. One, because it'll help you come up with a new, cool, unique idea. Two, you'll know it's unique or not. Right? So you got to do step 2 before you go to step 3. Now I'm just going to throw a couple products at you, just to give you some ideas. Okay, this is by no means the end all be all. There's tons of unique products you can sell. There's 1,500 products you can sell print on demand these days, and it's growing. It's awesome. This current market situation is unbelievable for us. Huge opportunity. But here we go. Here's the T-shirt, right? And this is unique. Why? It's out of curiosity. I just want to know why is this unique? It's a T-shirt, right? What's unique about it? What's unique about it? Why would I consider this unique? It's a tie-dye shirt. It's a tie-dye, right? Not a lot of people are selling tie-dyes. Okay, so I just went to Custom Cat and I grabbed this as an example, but this is actually something that I actually tested out this week, to be honest. And by the way, it hasn't done well so far. We've only tested on one product, so we haven't thoroughly tested it properly, but it's a tie-dye, right? It's a t-shirt, but it's a tie-dye. So it can be that small twist. See my thinking here. I'm taking some of our winning ideas on our shirts that sold in the past, and I'm going to start putting them on unique shirts like this that are unusual. Okay. Now I've only done it once, and I need to test it more to know if it's going to work or not. Right. But there's other types of shirts that I can sell. Right. It's not just a tie-dye. This is just an example. Here's another one, a dog leash. Right. This can work in almost any niche. This can work in almost any niche. Fishing and dogs. So you'd go out and you make a product with a fishing slogan on here, and you would say, and you would target people who like fishing and dogs, or you target grandmas and dogs. Some sort of grandma expression on here, right? So again, this is unique. A dog leash. And guys, guess what? This can be done print on demand. Custom Cat has them. And these are just 2 examples. And literally, it took me. You know how long it took me to find these 2 examples of unique products? 2 seconds. 2 seconds, maybe 3. So if you guys start digging into all the different print on demand spots, you can come up with some unique, cool stuff. Woohoo! Who's excited about what you guys are learning here today? Who's excited so far? Who's getting value? Me? Yep. Awesome. Beautiful. That was a dog leash. A dog leash. Okay, now next. Facebook ads. You want to perfect an ad strategy to test and scale your products on Facebook. You want to perfect one. Okay. Now, there's many different strategies out there. I believe strongly in the one that we've been using, right? My students, I've been using this ad strategy since 2013 with just small tweaks. I mean, think about that. I've basically been using the same micro ad strategy since 2013 with just small tweaks, and it still works today. So 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 6 years. 6 years, guys. Now that is a solid Facebook ad strategy. There's a lot of Facebook ad strategies that come and go, but the strategy that we've been working has been working for 6 years now. 6 years. I would say that's a valuable ad strategy. It's the type of ad strategy that if ecom were not to work out for you, you could go out and get a job as a Facebook ads expert, making $80,000 a year. Not bad. Okay, so this is definitely a Facebook ad strategy you want to master. Next, this is something that's key, guys. This is something that's really, really key. And I made this mistake in 2015, and this is especially true if you're drop shipping, but also true if you're doing POD. You should definitely do this. If you got a hot selling product, you need to secure your supply chain. You can get yourself in some serious screwed water, okay? I mean, guys, contact your POD supplier, contact your drop supplier, so make sure you can do this. Guys, in 2015, I personally lost about $20,000 because I made this mistake, and I was lucky. That may sound strange to say I was lucky, but I was, okay? I was selling some necklaces, okay, at Christmas time. A very, very hot pendant necklace back when I was dropshipping in 2015. And in a course, it was the best. I mean, I've had some great selling products since then, but it was the most units we ever sold of one product in the shortest period of time. In a literally a 3-week period, actually 3-week period, right around Black Friday, that whole time, right? We sold 10,000 of these things, 10,000 units. Okay. We had not secured our supply chain, right? It was the first time I was doing drop shipping from China. The first, and we were sourcing these for $2, right? $2, right? So I was thinking, cool, hot damn, we made a lot of profit. Well, ran into a little bit of a problem. My supplier that I was working with could not fulfill it. So here I am sitting with $10,000 in orders that I couldn't fulfill. I spent a lot of money on ad spend, guys. At that time, I was spending about, remember, at that point, we were selling so crazy well. One day I spent $4,500 on ads. Okay. Now, it would have been an absolute disaster if I had to refund that, because I would have at least been out all the ad spend. Okay. Now, I got lucky. We dropped everything. I talked to my staff. I said, we need to find a supplier that can fulfill this order. So we started contacting different. We just started contacting every single supplier on Alibaba and AliExpress, and we found two that we could work with that could do half. So we took 5,000 to one and 5,000 the other, but we ended up paying $4 a necklace. Okay, cut seriously into our profits. Sucked big time, but so that means I only lost, because 10,000 times $2 extra per necklace, $20,000. But guys, think about how bad it could have been if I wasn't able to find the other suppliers. I mean, it could have been a disaster. I would have had to refund all those orders. And guys, we're talking about thousands of dollars in ad loss. Thousands. Okay. I mean, I had $4,500 in ads in one day. Okay. So that would have been extremely painful. It would have been, I think, it would have been close to like a $70,000 loss, like just in ad spend. So I don't remember the exact numbers. Maybe I'm exaggerating. There's another guy in my course in Mastermind who did the same thing. I have permission to tell the story. His name's Chris as well. He sold some canvases, and he sold not that many, like 3,000, 4,000 canvases, and the quality of them are crap. From China. The moment they started selling, he didn't even get samples of them. He started selling like crazy, and he sold a few thousand of them, and he started getting some serious complaints. I mean, the design didn't even look anything close to what he was selling, and he had tons of refunds and claims and stuff. At the end of the day, between the refunds and the ad spend, and he had trouble getting the money back from the supplier paid, he lost over $60,000. He lost over $60,000. Okay, so what's the moral of the story, guys? Whether you're drop shipping or whether you're doing POD, if you start scaling big, you got to contact your supplier and you got to confirm that you have that supply chain available. Number one, you got to also get some samples in to make sure it's quality that you can sell. Because you can seriously screw yourself if you scale big and the quality's bad, or you actually can't fulfill it. We're talking disaster. Okay, I considered myself lucky to only lose $20,000, and luckily, because we had a decent profit on that product, I mean, it wasn't a loss. It's just $20,000 in profit that I lost, not actual out of cash profit. But in Chris's case, it was out of his pocket. All right, key number 6. You want to scale beyond Facebook. Okay, you definitely want to scale beyond Facebook. There's Google, there's Instagram, there's Pinterest. Okay, there's tons of places you can scale beyond Facebook. And in our ecom course and mastermind group, we got you covered there. A lot of stuff, YouTube, things beyond Facebook. Number 7, email marketing. Guys, if you're not doing email marketing, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. A lot of money. All right. And the email marketing company I recommend is Klaviyo. And by the way, don't use anyone but Klaviyo. Seriously, guys, Klaviyo is the best by far. Now, I mean, why is Klaviyo the best? Well, they got great features, right? They got great flows and all that stuff. And now some people say, well, these other companies got great features. But here's the thing, guys. Inbox rate. Inbox rate is really, really key. If you're not inboxing, what's the point of mailing? Okay? If you're not inboxing, then you're not making money. Okay? So it's important you inbox. All right? So Klaviyo has got the best inbox rate out there because they use tons of IPs and servers to inbox. All right? So your inbox rate will go up if you use Klaviyo. SEO. Okay? You want to dive into SEO, guys. You want to drive organic traffic. It's incredibly important to drive organic traffic, guys, especially if you want to build a long-term business. All right, this is the 8th key, guys. SEO traffic converts better than paid ad traffic by far. All right, who thought that was pretty cool? Who thought those 8 golden steps was pretty cool? There's one last thing I want to point out here. To have a sellable asset, guys, the 4 things that the students had who sold their business is they had these 4 aspects. Okay, 1, they had a brand. 2, they had a big and active social media pages. 3, they had lots of SEO traffic, and 4, they had a strong mailing list. Okay, they had all 4 of these things in place. So if you want to build a strong brand that's sellable, then you need all 4 of these things. Who I'm just curious, who's got these 4 things in place right now? Who's got these 4 things in place? Who's got these things in place? Still working on it. Just restart ecom. Still working on it. Okay. So guys, anyway, this is about the long term, right? So guys, and by the way, you can make money while you're doing all this. So one of the big mistakes is just to open up a general store and start throwing products up, guys. All this stuff that we talked about today works in correspondence with this going after winning products and making money. Okay, so it all works in one package, right? So instead of going after a general store and start just selling products, why not go after a niche store and build the asset while you're selling products? They can work hand in hand. All right, now, who's interested and curious about the baseball players? Who's interested and curious about the baseball players and why this matters? Okay, these guys were the first people ever to invent these caps, these hats, right? These kind of baseball hats. They're the first people ever, the first team ever. They're in the 1860s. They're from Brooklyn. And guys, caps sell a lot. Caps are like t-shirts. People love caps. Guys, there's people who collect caps, right? Now, there's many people out there who wear caps as t-shirts? No. But here's the thing, guys. Everyone wear a t-shirt. Everyone owns a few t-shirts. Guys, maybe say 50%. I'm just throwing this number out there. People who own t-shirts own caps. But guys, cap people are passionate about caps. Passionate. And they will own 50, 60 caps. Guys, I personally own, and I'm not a big cap owner, I personally own 12 caps. I own 12. Okay. And I'm not even passionate about it. Right. I still like to wear them. Okay. So people buy multiples and multiples of caps. Okay. Now, here's the thing, guys. There is one particular cap style that is an absolute killer on Facebook ads. I mean, it crushes. I don't know anyone who's not successfully sold this in their niche. Okay, once they find the right slogan and expression. Now, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to show you which cap that is. Okay, who would like to know how to sell? You can scale and sell thousands of units. Who'd like to know how they can scale and sell thousands of units? Who would like to know? Hell yeah. Yes. Okay, guys. And by the way, when I say sell thousands of units, I mean sell thousands of units profitably. And let me give you some examples. By the way, these are not screenshots from me. These are screenshots from students. Okay. 2 purchases at $2.44. 2 purchases at $2.80. 1 purchase at 82 cents. And now this is great. This is just on a low purchase level. Well, let me show a different screenshot. Same student, by the way, who eventually, by the way, is making $27 profit on this particular item. Okay. Now his costs, as time went on, his cost per purchase did go up slightly, but still, look at this: $27 profit on the front end product, by the way, not even including the upsell. 8 purchases at $5.61. 6 purchases at $7.31. 6 purchases at $6.63. 5 purchases $8.89. 5 purchases at $9.83. 5 purchases $8.98. 5 purchases at $8.94. Who thinks that's exciting stuff? Who would like to make those type of sales and get $27 revenue on that? Who would be interested in that? Yep. Everyone. We got 5 yeses already. Okay, guys, if you don't master creating a good niche site, social media pages, product creation, and Facebook ads for ecom, you'll never reach the potential I know is possible for you. And I want you to reach that potential. I want that for you. Okay. Since 2014, I've helped thousands of people become successful in ecom, and now it's your turn. Okay. Let me introduce you to Ecom Vantage. Okay. I built this, and I spent over 1 year building this. And by the way, we're still adding content to this day. We have a person coming in who's a master. He's built a multi-million-dollar brand, and he's going to be doing a webinar here coming up in the next week or two. And I just talked to him this morning, and we're still adding results. And why are we doing this? Because we want you to get results. I built this because I am sick and tired of people not taking action. I'm sick and tired of people not getting results. That's why I want to make a difference. I want you to take action. I want you to get results. And being surrounded by the right group and the right mastermind and getting the right information helps you take action and get those results. Currently, there's over 300 members in Ecom Vantage, and here's some of their sales results. This one guy who joined recently, I asked him, how are sales today? Freaking insane, bro. $308 spent, 54 orders, $2,225 in sales. This next person, $61,000 in sales in 1 week. This person did $84,000 in sales on t-shirts. This next person, $200,000 in sales in 1 weekend. Okay, now this is extreme. That's true, but yes, that shows what's possible. Okay, now I'm going to take you on a members area tour here in a second, but let me explain to you what's included in Ecom Vantage. There's a playbook, right, that helps you get started step by step. So if you're newbie, we got you covered. There's super detailed training that covers everything from beginner to advanced. If you are a successful seller and you're sitting there, Chris, maybe I don't need this course. Guys, we've had 7-figure sellers, guys who own 7-figure shops that are doing 7 figures, join this course and get results and improve their results. It just takes 1 or 2 pieces of new information, new ideas, and you can expand your business. That's great. So if you're having success, this can help you propel that even more. And guys, I can't deliver all this content myself. So I brought in 7 other experts who have added incredible value and content to the course. Okay, let me show you what's inside. So this is what Ecom Vantage members area looks like. We have the Facebook group, which I'm going to show you here in a second. Basics, important foundations, products, Facebook ads, more marketing, traffic, and other type of cool stuff, right? And we also got a resource section, which is private and secret. I'm not going to show that at all on the screen. Okay, basics. We've got you everything covered. If you're a beginner, we got you how to beginner playbook, step by step. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do that. Step 3, do this. With videos to watch and homework assignments. Choosing a niche, choosing the domain, guys. Choosing the domain is very, very important, right? Become the market master. Even if you're an experienced seller, I suggest you dig into this one. I've had experienced sellers go back and say, hey, wow, man, I should have done that more seriously. And they go back and they become a market master, and it changes their results, improves their results. Let's jump over to important foundations. Site optimization webinar. Just had a person join this past week who had a store doing $2,000 in sales a day. All he did was watch this webinar. That's it. The first thing he did was come in and watch this webinar. The next day, from just making tweaks, his sales revenue went up 30%. Guys, that's huge. $600 in extra sales from this and that's 1 day. And I talked to him just yesterday. He said it's been consistent. He basically paid for the course in Mastermind with just this one video. Okay, so the tweaks and tips in this site optimization webinar can make all the difference. Okay, Shopify apps, disputes, chargebacks, how to handle all this stuff. Engaging with the fan page, themes. We got you covered here. Product development creation. This is these 2 screenshots right here are all the product development creation videos, right? There's over 7 hours of content on how to create winning products, guys. People are not putting enough effort into their products, and it's hurting their business big time. It is hurting your business big time, guys. If you don't have a good product, you don't have a business, period. And so, which is one of my goals when I set out to create Ecom Vantage is, look, I'm going to make the most complete product development creation course ever, and I've done so. There's 7 hours of content on that. Now, guys, in these 7 hours of content, you don't have to go through all of it. Just do 1 video at a time, start implementing. 1 video at a time, start implementing. You will come up with unique products that will sell. And this is all the key. This is the difference. This is how you come up with massive products. You come up with cool, unique ideas. How would you like to have high price, high margin POD items, right? How would you like to have that? High price, high margin POD items. It's massive, guys. This part is massive. Who's excited? Who's ready to join and you haven't even seen the rest of it? Yes, I would. Man, I need to get in this. Someone wrote. Yep.
Me,
Let's
me,
continue on.
me, me. I need it.
Okay, here's your Facebook ad section, guys. Now, everything from getting cheap likes to setting up conversion ads to analyzing conversion ads. Guys, this will save you thousands of dollars. You're letting your conversion ads run too long. You're letting your conversion ads run too long. You know that on your average, on most of your conversion ad sets, you can kill them after $2 to $3 in the ad spend. Most of you are letting it run for $3 or $4. That's right, 3 or 4 days. You're spending $20, $30 per ad set. It's costing you just tons of profit. And the reason why is if you know this formula for analyzing conversion ads and killing them quickly, you can save yourself thousands of dollars. Okay. 3 videos on targeting. Some cool, unique ways to target. Guys, some ways to find unnatural targets you never even thought of. If you watch these videos, you're never going to run out of targeting ideas ever again. I promise you that. I promise you, you will never, ever, ever run out of targeting ideas ever again. Okay? DPA ads. Some cool, unique ways to set up your dynamic retargeting ads. Manual bidding. We got you covered, right? In great, great detail. Here we go. Here's more. This is even more Facebook stuff. Carousel ads, right? Advanced images, guys. By the way, again, like the product section, big, but guys, again, you don't have to go through it all. One step at a time. Watch a video or two, implement. Watch a video or two, implement. And that's the way you have success with a course like this. But we got you covered everything you need to know. That's the key, guys. Now, bonus sections, guys. This is a bonus section because I couldn't teach this myself. I couldn't. I had to bring in experts to help me with this, right? But guys, how would you like to make money from your ecom sales page without running ads? Who would like to make more money on the Facebook fan page without running ads? No more ad spend, just make more money. Woo! Yeah, great. Well, we got you covered here, right? This is how to make ecom sales from fan pages. Guys, this entire module on some cool tricks and some ways you can make money without spending money on ads. Okay? Now, next, increase order value. We got you covered on funnels, email marketing, guys. Got you covered there. Holiday promos, got you covered there. Google SEO. We got James here with the webinar. We got James again. We got Tony, right? We just talked about the importance of SEO, guys. You got to have SEO in place. One, because you can make sales from it. Now it converts better than ads, right? Organic traffic that's searching for your stuff converts better than ads. But here's the other thing, guys. If you want to build a long-term brand that's a sellable asset, you need to have good SEO in place. Tony Redfern, my buddy Tony Redfern here, guys. He's bringing in 25,000 visitors a month organically from SEO. Not paying for that traffic, he's just getting it from SEO. How would you like to have 25,000 visitors a month from Google? Who'd be interested in that? Woohoo! Instagram influencers. Guys, this is not my webinar, but I can't even put the name up here. It was a contract agreement with the person who did this. His methods for influencers is so unique and so original, and he's made millions of dollars in sales. I begged him for 3 months. He's a good friend of mine. I said, please, 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 once a week for 3 months. Finally, he said, Chris, I'm just going to do it because I want you to stop harassing me. But one agreement, never put my name on a sales page, title of the video, or anything. The only way you can find out who this person is you got to get in here and you got to watch the webinar. Okay, but this person has built a 7-figure brand that he sold, and he's got a second one now in place that he's working on right now that's also at 7 figures in sales, mostly from Instagram influencer marketing. Okay, and if you want that secret strategy, you got to come here and watch this video. YouTube with Adam, right? Beautiful. So right, but guys, it's more than just a course, guys. Thing is, guys, a course is great. The course is awesome, but what you really need if you want to have success long term is you need support. Without support, it's really hard to have success because you get stuck. You're like, where if I go from here? I'm not sure about this. And guys, having support makes all the difference, guys. And that's one thing I set out to do. And I'm going to show you that here in a second here. But guys, You can post questions in the group. I answer. You can private message me if you have some questions that you don't want to ask in the group. I answer as well. Okay, this is a ongoing thing. I also do exclusive weekly Q&As. Every single week you get a live stream Q&A from me. Okay, here's the Facebook group. And by the way, what's beautiful about this is, look at this, only 300 members. This is so much different than a group of 50,000, no, 30,000, 40,000, 80,000 people, right? There's a lot of noise in this group. Guys, all 300 of these people are highly motivated people who are experienced and they know their stuff. Not everyone, now there are some newbies, but guys, you don't have people, guys, a lot of these Facebook groups, and I hate to say this, but it's the blind leading the blind. You're getting help from people who haven't had success before, right? Well, if you want to have success, and you want to be surrounded with people who have had success. And it's not just me. There's other successful marketers in this group who can guide you, right? Okay. Here I am, weekly Q&A every single week. This is one I did on July 6th. 40 comments, guys. And this is an active group, guys. An active group. People, look, 40 people asking questions. I answer them. These are all just questions, right? And I answer them verbally. Okay. Okay. You get some people have told me that the value of the Q&As is worth the course. In fact, to be honest, I should probably raise the price. But right now we're gonna keep it as it is. Okay, here we go. Justin here had a question, 13 different answers. And look at this. Keelan's so impressed with Tony's answer. He said, damn, Tony, you're a genius. And by the way, Tony's answer was brilliant. I'd never seen anything like this. It was amazing, by the way. I'm blown away. But he's found a way to exclude people from certain people that you don't want to see. And it's not in the Facebook Ads Manager, by the way. It's outside that. Alan asked this question. Got 11 replies. Okay, and these are educated replies by people who are motivated and really doing the business and have had success. Okay, here I talk about, someone wants to talk about a Google shopping feed, and I make a comment here, and then 18 other people come in and comment on this. Okay, guys, think about this, right? When you post in big groups, right, you're lucky if you get 5 or 6 replies, and out of 60,000 people here you're getting 18 replies out of 300. Okay, that's how active this group is. Okay, because it's highly motivated people. This is the type of people you want to be surrounded by. Okay. By the way, I just out of curiosity, I haven't even shown the link or anything, but who's already made up their mind? Okay, I'm ready to join. I'm ready to join. Awesome. Yes, what's the link? Yes, what's the link? We already got one of those. Please, for sure. Okay, we got 3 people ready to go. Awesome. I'm sure more will come in here. All right, so here's where you want to go. You want to go to ecomvantage.com/VIP. ecomvantage.com/VIP. Now I'm going to jump over there right now. I'm just going to want to comment on something here. Okay. All right. Now, if you come over here, guys, you're going to see the price, one-time payment, which is cheap for what's offered, or 3 payments, right, of $850, right? People are going to ask, do I offer a money-back guarantee? Absolutely. I am so confident in what we're offering here, right, that for any reason, go in there, dig in, be part of the mastermind group, dig into the content, right? I know you're not going to want a refund because we have basically no refunds, right? Because people are blown away. In fact, most people get in and say it's better than they even imagined. Okay, so, but you know what? If you're on the fence and you have doubts, no problem. Get in, check it out, kick the tires, and for any reason whatsoever, over the next 7 days, if you want a refund, no problem. Private message me, and I'll refund you. Or message our support desk, we'll refund you. No problem. It can be for anything. You can say, Chris, you know what? I've been listening to your voice for the last 3 days, and I can't stand it anymore. All right? So, yeah, any reason whatsoever. All right? Cool? One person says, been ready for a long time. I understand one person has got a financial situation, he can't afford it, but he's been ready for a long, long time. Nice. I'm checking out now. So people are already on the sales page. But let's recap. Let's recap. I want to recap and make sure you guys truly understand the value of what you're getting with Ecom Advantage. Okay. Product development creation course. There's over 7 hours of content going into POD, how to create POD products, and also some unique ideas on dropshipping, guys. I've done 30,000 orders dropshipping myself, and I have some unique methods of dropshipping as well. So whether you're doing POD or dropshipping, you will learn some cool, unique ways of doing that, okay? I had no idea how to price a value on this. There's never been a product development creation course this detailed ever. It just doesn't exist, period. So I just called it $1,000. It may be even worth more than that. In fact, I'm sure it is. But anyway, that's $1,000 value just in and of itself. Okay. Site optimization webinar. Guys, I just told you about the person who was able to increase his sales overnight from just the tweaks on this webinar. Just the tweaks on this webinar. $500 value. Facebook ad course. There's over 15 hours of content on Facebook ads. 31 videos detailing the training of Facebook ads from basic to advanced. Okay. I've seen similar courses out there sell for $1,500. Okay. So $1,500, right? Well, you know what? Yeah, that's the value of the Facebook ads course. A real mastermind. Guys, I have personally paid up to $5,000 a year for a mastermind. $5,000 a year. Well, here you're getting it through the Facebook group. You get every day you get your questions answered in the group by myself and other people, right? You get weekly Q&As, okay? And this is just for a one-time payment of $2,000. But you would normally pay about $5,000 a year just to have this mastermind. There's other bonuses, guys, beyond what I could teach. Okay, email marketing and funnel course, $197. Pinterest course, guys. When Teresa came in and did the Pinterest course, I actually wanted to take a gun and shoot myself. I had been paying someone $400 a month for 2 years, so almost $10,000 to do the Pinterest and do it wrong. And it's not his fault. It's that what is being taught out there by most people on how to do Pinterest is just wrong. It's just wrong. And she has been driving ecom sales, thousands of dollars a day in ecom sales from Pinterest alone. Okay, and I learned a lot. $297 value. Build your brand on YouTube, $197 value. You can drive sales from YouTube. SEO to get sales. James, how much are you charging me a month for SEO these days? By the way, you've been charging me that for 2 years now. Over how much you've been charging me?
We charge you $1,000 a month, buddy.
Yeah, $1,000 a month. Automatic comes out of my PayPal every single month. Okay.
Yep.
That is what you would typically pay for an SEO service, right? Some people are cheap, maybe $500 a month. But we got 3 awesome webinars on SEO. You can do SEO yourself if you first follow those webinars. You know what? I forgot to include the Instagram section in this bonus section. I don't know why. Instagram course, guys, by Mr. X. $1,000 for that course. He's making multi-millions of dollars. You know what? I got to add that slide going forward. Instagram section. He's making multi-millions of dollars in sales from Instagram. Okay, got you covered there. And now, last but not least, here's another bonus, a special bonus. And this is an action taker bonus. Okay, you have to take action, right? And for the first 3 people who purchased from this webinar, the first 3 people, you'll get 2 hours of private coaching with me. Guys, I charge $500 an hour for coaching. $500 an hour. Okay. Well, you're going to get that included as a bonus. So, how are we doing? How are we looking? We got people on the page checking it out right now. Kapil says I'm signing up. Awesome decision. Kapil, rush and you'll hopefully get one of the bonus.
We've got a few people that are going to bust on right now. So whoever's going to grab the bonuses better grab now, because there's probably 4 or 5 starting to fill out forms in that, buddy. I can see here.
Awesome.
Guys, we over to the order form.
Also, I want to ask you guys a question, and this question isn't key, guys. Okay, and just think about this for a second, right? I want you to think back to Stefan, who had his best month in ecom after joining, right? By the way, he's went on to sold his business, right? Think about Matt and his wife Flora, who were able to build their dream business and make investment in the photography business, which is a lot of money, by the way. I couldn't even believe it. I didn't know you have to spend that kind of money to start a photography, but you need to spend some serious cash. The equipment is not cheap, all right? Okay, they're able to build that business, sell it, and make that investment, right? Think about that person who did $640,000 in one sale. Now, again, I have to point out that, look, that's not normal. I have to point that out. That's clearly I have to point that out. But could that happen for you? Where could you be? What could you do? Could you what can you and your family do? Maybe you could travel. Maybe you could not worry about your rent. Maybe you get some extra cash to go out to good dinners, right? What is possible for you if you decide to make this decision today? Okay, I don't know what your dreams and aspirations are. Everyone's different, but what could this mean to you? Now, let me ask you the opposite question. What if you don't make this decision today? What if you decide not to do it? What's going to change for you? Probably nothing. The honest truth is probably nothing. Okay, so this is a decision that could make a difference in your life. And we got one person who said he's already signed up. So it looks like we got one bonus gone. One bonus gone. And we're sure they have more because Kapil says he's going to sign up too. So I'm sure going to be 2 will be gone here shortly. Awesome. Yeah. Kapil says school money. Apparently he wants to go back to school. Okay, awesome. That's an awesome thing, guys. This can make more money for you than going to school, college, university. How much? Typically, now it's at least $20,000 a year to go to college in the United States, even for state schools. It's crazy. Even for state schools, guys. Well, the Facebook ads training alone can set you up with a Facebook ads expert, guys. Just that part, right? Kapil says, bloody PayPal, give me issues. Hang on. So, guys, a second bonus is about to go out the door, guys. So if you want to rush, you better rush. Okay, here we go. Let me answer the frequently asked questions. Okay, this is important. How much do I need to start? Okay, ideally, I would say you want $1,000. Ideally, I'd say it's good to have $1,000 because you want to test and make stuff like that. But you can get away with less. $300 or $400 or $500, you can make it happen, especially if you're careful with your money. Which is better, dropshipping or POD? For building a long-term brand, I think POD is better. For just getting started, dropshipping is fine. Dropshipping can be an easier way to start. Isn't POD harder than dropshipping? Okay, in all fairness, the dropshipping, yes. I mean, it's easier to go find products on AliExpress or eBay and other places than it is to come up and create your own product. So again, if you want to start with dropshipping, that's fine. The marketing section, the building out the fan pages section, everything that's involved in that will help with the dropshipping business as well as the POD business. We have people who are still dropshipping. I've had people in the course for a year and they're still dropshipping, okay? Because the marketing sections work for that no matter what, right? It doesn't matter whether you're dropshipping to POD, the marketing sections work. Guys, we have 2 people in the course group who are currently owning their own brick and mortar store and they wanted to sell their products online, right? They have the physical stock in their shop, in their warehouse, in one in New York State and one in Texas, and they are selling it through their online store. So it doesn't matter. Drop shipping, your own products on hand or print on demand, the marketing, branding, Facebook ad section, everything works, okay, for you. Is Ecom Vantage good for beginners? Absolutely. It's great for beginners, guys. We've got a mapped out A to Z to get started for beginners. Absolutely. You're totally covered. Is Ecom Vantage okay for experienced sellers? Absolutely, guys. We've had people get in here who had 7 figures, making 7 figures in ecom, and they've joined and they've gotten value. It just takes 1 or 2 cool, unique ideas, right? And it can make all the difference. Okay, it can make all the difference. Is Facebook the only traffic source you use? Facebook is still a major part of my traffic plan strategy, but no, we are expanding beyond that for sure. Is there a guarantee you're going to make money? No, no. Guys, here's the reality. What I guarantee you guys is you're going to get awesome information, know-how that's real. I show you my real store. I don't BS. I show actually my store on my fan pages. I don't hide anything. Okay. You're going to see something that's real, that's been done. Okay. So you're going to see a formula that works, right? Number two, you're going to get my support, right? That I do promise. Okay. But can I guarantee you're going to make money? No. And guys, anyone who makes that guarantee, they're lying to you. Okay, they are. They're just trying to bullshit you to get them to buy their course. Having success and making money comes down to your effort. Comes down to you. But what I will promise you is you've got everything you need to know and all the support you need to make it happen. Cool? Now I'll go through and answer more questions here. Which POD company do I recommend? Capil, awesome. Wait, your payment has been completed. Hasn't been completed. Once we receive a payment attraction, we'll complete it. So there's an issue. It looks like Capil's having issues, James. Our buddy Capil's having some issues. Can we figure out what's going on there? James, are you with me?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. Capil's having issues. You know what's going on there?
No idea, but I'll work it out with him.
Okay, awesome. Okay. You can also private message me. We can figure out another way after the webinar. Okay. Now, here's the best-selling cap. Guys, this cap's amazing. It works in all niches. I've never seen a cap that niche doesn't sell. For some reason, this is really cool. Americans, Australians, and Canadians love this cap. It's this unstructured, destructive cap. Yes, it deliberately comes with these tears on there. It's just part of the fashion, the style. You can get this on Custom Cat. They're selling it for $8 plus shipping, $5 shipping, so it's $13. So we're selling it on our store now for $29.95. So we're making $21 profit after fees and everything else. So of course we got paid ads, but that's separate. But I'm talking after transaction fees, after cost of good fees, after shipping, we charge $5 as well. So that's a break-even proposition there. So still, making good money, right, on this. So I suggest you go out and you sell this cap. Who's seen this cap before, by the way? Who's seen it before? Lyndon says you're crazy if you don't join the course. Lyndon says you're crazy if you don't join the course. Absolutely. Lyndon's right. Lyndon, do me a favor. You mind if I unmute you? And I want you to you mind giving talking about your experience in the course, buddy? That'd be awesome if you would mind. Okay, so we're gonna unmute Lyndon, who recently joined. Lyndon, you're unmuted, buddy.
Hello, how are you?
Good to hear from you, man. How you doing?
Yeah, good. You too, man. I've been sitting here. I'm still at my job, but I've been sitting here listening to you this morning.
You're in Australia, right? So it's morning time there too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in Australia. So same sort of time zone as you.
Anyway, I mean, you were commenting, so I was hoping you would go ahead and tell everyone about your experience, what you think of the course.
Yeah, look, I mean, I've only just gone in there and I've got to be honest, it's just everything is laid out for you. You cannot fail if you go through there is so much content in there. It just blows my mind how many videos you've got. But like you said before, you watch one and you implement. And I spent one full day last week going through it and implementing stuff, and my knowledge just increased tenfold. and I haven't even scratched the surface of what you got in there. So I'm so freaking excited. It's it's
That's
motivating
awesome.
stuff. It is motivating stuff, and I like the fact that your group as well. The best thing about that is the mastermind group is that it's a small group. You don't have 10,000 people saying, "Here, can you evaluate my store, or can you tell me what the best niche is?" Like, there is serious conversation and value going on in there, which is just that's all you can ask for. So it's quality over quantity, and that's what's important in this game, I think. So, like I said, I've just gone all in. I'm taking a massive leap to really increase my earnings on ecom and make it my full-time job. And I'm glad that you're along for the ride with me.
Awesome. I'm glad. Thank you for letting people know your experience. That's really great. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. No worries. Thank you. Thanks for all your
No
help
problem.
so far.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching the video. To watch the next one, click right here. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here.